Hey moms!
Hi moms!
This is episode 13 and it's called Keeping Promises to Yourself.
So we have discovered that it's much easier to keep a promise to someone else than ourselves. We started this thing a couple of months ago now, and we weren't going to do an episode on it until we had fulfilled some of this.
Yeah, I was a little afraid that I might fail.
Right, so we had put this off until we made it a habit. I started a program that's working out for 100 workouts. Not 100 days, but 100 workouts. And this is way like out of my comfort zone because one, I don't work out, and two, I really haven't worked out daily since basketball in junior high. Okay. The reason I decided to do this is because I went to pick up one of my kids who's 5, 40 pounds maybe, and I strained my back, and I was like, really? I was like, I'm not done picking up my kids. So I needed muscle. So this didn't really have to do with weight. This really didn't have to do with like getting in shape. This more like I need strength because my kids are just gonna get heavier. So what's really been hard for me is that one, if a kid goes down, like as in like sick, I'm like, how do you hold a sad baby and work out? You can't. So then I would stack workouts on the days, but they're 20 minutes, don't get crazy. But I hurt myself vacuuming. Okay, so that's been a little hard, so it's pushed me back a little bit. I know, vacuuming injury. Who knew? Get a Roomba. Like, just do it for your health. So, I've tried other workouts in the past. I've tried to do the gym thing, and it's just, one, it's not very fun. And if it's not fun, I'm not doing it. This workout has a DJ, and so it's like 2 a beat, and I didn't have to find my own music for it. I feel like that just made a difference for me, and everything is different every day. That's been very helpful. So, that's my thing.
Mine is waking up at 5 a.m. and I wanted to immediately say, I'm gonna make a goal to lose 75 pounds. But that's not realistic to just like jump in like that. We've been saying we've got to start small. So what I chose was to wake up at 5 a.m. My husband's doing it with me, which is very, very helpful. We both set an alarm. We set the alarm across the room, which also helps us not having our phones in the bed at night, but that's neither here nor there. When one alarm goes off, you can only turn off your alarm. You cannot turn off the other person's alarm. And so that just helps us to like get up and get out of bed. The other rule is you can't get back in the bed once you're standing. So, you know.
That would be hard for me.
Yeah, it is. And we have found that like on those days when I'm struggling, he's strong. And when he's struggling, I'm strong. So doing it together has been really helpful because we both don't like waking up at 5 a.m. And it's not like we're getting up at 5 a.m. to go on vacation. You know, we're getting up at 5 a.m. to exercise and eat breakfast and take a shower, which is amazing to feel clean before your kids even wake up. So that's the main reason I did it. I wanted to have this alone time, this time that I gave to myself that I'm really good at denying myself. I mean, this isn't a crazy need to like want to shower and, you know, have a minute by yourself. That's normal needs that I'm trying to make time for. So anyway, we've been doing it for 7 weeks now, and I definitely feel like it's a habit.
I think you should have had that. This is not like she's a morning person, and so she's like, oh, instead of getting up at 6, I'm gonna get up at 5. Like, they're night owls.
Yeah.
So
we would much rather stay up late.
It's not like I'm gonna get up 15 minutes earlier than I used to. Like it's like hours.
You have to go to bed at 9:30, which is crazy for us. We're like 11:30 people. But I will say, we've made this a habit. We're doing it, and we like it better. My kids, when they wake up and I'm in the kitchen, ready to greet them, excited, happy, smiling, singing sometimes. I mean, it shows on their face. They're like thrilled that I'm awake to greet them and not them having to slap me in the face or jump on me or beg me to get out of bed because I stayed up too late. And you know, that's not their job. So
I will say we decided to do these separately.
Yes.
Like I was doing my thing for a week before she started doing her thing, and then we talked about it, and then we're like, okay, this is how we're taking care of ourselves, and then we show up better for our families. We're not going to challenge you. Now, we're not expecting you to get up at 5 a.m. because I'm never going to do that with Suzanne. It's not my thing.
But they could.
You could. It might be your thing. I'm not asking you to do 100 workouts.
Yeah.
We're not asking you to start.
But you could.
But it's totally fun. But what we want you to do is a 30-day challenge because 21 days is a habit.
Right.
So 30 days, like you're like, I got this.
And we came up with a couple quick examples. Read a book to your kids, do journaling.
Coffee by yourself.
Yes, oh, my
Don't
favorite.
reheat it. Like drink the coffee while it's hot.
Intentional time with your spouse. That's a really hard one because, you know, I've got 3 kids' needs I have to take care of.
We said prayer time.
Writing notes to your kids.
Yes, I saw on Pinterest, right? The lunchbox notes,
Yes.
and I did it one time for my kid's birthday, and she was like pumped.
She loved it.
She loved it.
That's so
But
awesome.
we also, I write notes on a whiteboard for my husband. We write it back and forth. Like today, it says, "Thank you for changing diapers" from me.
Aw.
And his says, "Thanks for being a trooper," because I didn't feel well and I was still having to take care of kids. So
One of the reasons we got inspired to do this was Rachel Hollis.
Yeah.
We
Our girl.
both love her. We've read her
we're
books.
besties. She just doesn't know
Yes.
us. Okay, so that's pretty much what's happening there.
We're getting to go to one of her conferences in November. We're very, very, very excited about that. But anyways, she inspired us in her books with this concept of keeping promises to ourselves.
She says if you have a friend who breaks promises as much as you do to yourself, like, you want to be friends with that person, and I'm going to be friends with myself.
So pick something realistic. She did 30 days without Diet Coke. It could be that small.
She's got a challenge starting October 1st, so that's when we're going to ask you to start this challenge. Here's the thing we need you to do, though. We want you to tell us what your challenge is.
Like,
So-
what if your comment inspires someone else's commitment?
Yes, you can inspire us that way. So we want you to do this. We want you to write it down at your house and remember it and what you're going to do and keep a promise to yourself. We're pretty pumped about this because
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a lot of women who jump on board with this.
Yes.
And it doesn't have to be just moms. Like, what if you ask your kid, "Hey, let's like not do the phone at the dinner table for 30 days."
Yeah.
I mean, it could be something very simple like
Right,
that.
right.
Here's your challenge. You have it now. Putting the ball in your court. You can do it.
Bye, moms.
Bye, moms.
Subscribe now.